Hello. Hi. Hello. Good evening. Or good morning. Good Lord, it's ridiculously early, and it's also not. It's also very late at the same time because it's still technically yesterday for me. But that was a very rambly intro. Hello, I am Thomas, and welcome back to What's on My Mind. Today we will be talking about another thing that I feel is important to discuss, and that is the idea of bands that I enjoy that are sadly underappreciated. One of them is the Irish folk band Tir na Nog. They released several records in the 70s, and they are just their music is beautiful, and I like Irish folk music. I myself am Irish, and I identify strongly with a lot of the messages in the music. I like Irish rebel songs too. I'm not going to go into that because that's a whole other rabbit hole and can of worms. But that is a topic that is interesting, and if you're interested in that, there are myriad resources on the great World Wide Web that can help you with that. And if you want to learn how to play these songs on your musical instrument of choice, there are resources for that as well on the World Wide Web. But the other band that I wanted to talk about is this one right here. That is Wilderness Road. That is their first record. It is called Wilderness Road. They released two. Their second one is called Sold for the Prevention of Disease Only. And this record is several of the songs from it were featured on my most listened to playlist this year for insert name of thing here. And the reason that I like them so much is I've mentioned in one of my previous videos that that two of the members are related to me. Two of the members are my uncles. One of them is the drummer, one of them is the bass player. And they are good musicians. The lead guitarist is a fantastic slide player. And, I mean, not at the same level as Greg Allman or Dwayne Allman, but they're very good. But he's very good. The rhythm guitarist is also very good, and frequently does a lot of their spoken word because they had a lot of spoken word because it was the 70s. And, I mean, just phenomenal musicianship. Very, very, very good sense of humor, especially with some of their songs. They have one that is called The Gospel, and I'll just leave it at that. It's a funny song. I enjoy that song. Even though I am an atheist, I do enjoy that song. And the other songs they have are songs like Reno, which is about Nevada, obviously, because Reno is a city in Nevada. They have Pot of Gold, which is about a bunch of different things. I actually don't know what the song is about. But I'm more going to talk about their first record, because that is the one that is more well known. However, I think there is something to be said for their second album, because their second album is not the same as Wilderness Road. Sold for Prevention of Disease is not the same as Wilderness Road. Anyway, and second albums never are. The second 1st of October album with Rob Scallon and Andrew playing was not the same as the first, because it can never be the same as the first. I like 1st of October. I enjoy their music. Go check them out if you don't know who they are. Not an endorsement. But but the whole idea of Wilderness Road is that it is about it's an epic. So it's essentially like the song Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Yes, I know that one. Um, and it is a bit of a rock opera, kind of like the Who's Tommy, but it is more of a country rock opera. And when I say country rock, I don't mean like country music. I don't mean something like Johnny Cash or Keith Urban or Thomas Rhett or I. I'll just say this right now. I don't really like country music, and I know there might be some people that disagree with me, and you can argue all you want in the comments, but be civil about it. And what I will say though is you can't argue taste, and just people have different opinions on what is and what isn't good, or what is or what isn't, or what they do or do not appreciate in musical artistry, and musical genre is no exception. Now, with Wilderness Road, the first record, it is a fairly, and I'm actually going to pull up said album to say some of the track listings, because it is a very it's lovely music. It's just lovely. But it was released in 1972, and it is the process of, well, it's about an outlaw who commits a crime, and at the end of and I don't really want to spoil it in case you want to listen to it, but essentially it's an outlaw who's being tracked down for a crime that he committed, for something that he did in Reno, Nevada, which is another song in the future of the band. But it's his trying to it's essentially the outlaw going through his life of, like, coming from the start of his life of crime and his life on the run, and then talking about some of the other characters in the tale. It's almost like a musical. It's not really, because I don't think that musical is the right word to describe what this record is. It is a rock opera. It's a concept album. It's a story. It's an epic. It's an epic tale of the Old West. Now, with the second album, it's completely the opposite. It's not a rock opera in any way. The second album is called Sold for the Prevention of Disease Only. Has nothing to do with disease prevention in any way. It has nothing to do with the CDC. But it's just the name of the record. And it was released in, I think, 1973, or somewhere in there. And it has, obviously, like, your standard rock songs that you'll find on the second record, a lot of things. But it's got a few songs that are unique. One of them is is called The Gospel, which I mentioned earlier. It's a satirical piece about, it's a satirical piece about Christian right-wing rock stations, and it's utterly hilarious. And if you and if you enjoy stuff like that, give it a listen. It is on YouTube. I might link it down below if I can. But the other songs are things like Pot of Gold and is that on this one? No, it's not. Or things like Pot of Gold and Don't Cry Lady, which is no, or no. Don't Cry Lady is on the first record. The song Long Winter, which I'll also link down below, is a beautiful song. It is. The lyrics are so haunting, and they are so well written. And Nate Herman, the lead guitarist and primary writer of that song, is taking a fairly complicated topic and of the long winter, of loneliness, of isolation at times, and explaining it in a way that is A, very well done, but B, incredibly beautiful and haunting and eye-opening and just incredible in every way. And again, no one is asking me to say this. I am not sponsored in any way. I just like their music. And they do have another record. It was not released. That's what I'm going to say. The other record wasn't released. They didn't want it to be released because it wasn't finished. And I own a copy. I'm probably not going to send it out or have it sent out because I don't know how the surviving members of the band would react. So that is something that I'm going to be wary about in the future. I like the music on there. It's not the same. It was recorded later. It was recorded in the 80s. So it was the lineup was different. And really the thing about this band that I like so much is that it's a mix of bluegrass, which is another one of my all-time favorite genres, and I've never found a bluegrass song that I don't like, which I can't really say about many genres of music. It's a mix between bluegrass, country rock, rock and roll, fantastic musicianship, and just a sense of things that are just make sense in a song. It might sound like a cliche, but it's just a perfectly written song for the band, and I don't know what else to say about them, but just watch this video, please. I've got stuff linked down below, down there. I've got cards up here for subscribe here, card up here for other stuff, and please comment, like, share, subscribe, whack that notification bell as hard as this thing can, because if you want to get notified about more upcoming videos, which there will be a lot of, because I talk a lot, I have the gift of eloquence when no one asks, so yeah, so I hope you enjoy, and I hope you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed a semi-in-depth look about one of my more interesting and more favorite musical artists and genres. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.